Hello, welcome back to LIVENODING. In this episode, I'm sharing with you these node creations that I made using Blender and Spreadshirt add-on. So it's kind of like an anime style cyberpunk uh, underground tunnel of some sort. So I'm currently controlling a directional light, and you can see there's a kind of like a shade of light coming through some part of this scene. If I go out of this full screen, if I scrub around, you can see the neon light. It's kind of glowing and changing color. So I think that's kind of like the basic of cyberpunk scene. If I turn off all the light, you can see it's basically like a kind of like a donut shape, and it has some kind of fake greebles. But this is like the basic idea. I know some of the panel could have more details and more like computer parts. Maybe you can put like cables or pipes. So what is this exactly? So currently I have this beta and alpha. If I move beta to the side, this is the part that's made up, that makes the neon glow, and I think it's needed if you want to do like a cyberpunk kind of world. You will need a neon light of some sort. So if I scrub, we get the whole scenes back. If I switch to this mode, you can see, I think I quite like this best. Yeah, I think it feels cyberpunk-ish. So let's take a look at the nodes very quickly. So currently I have this, how many donuts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 donuts. Yeah, because I have this line is generating 5 duplicates of the same thing. However, I rotate it slightly, like 60 degrees, I believe. And yeah, let's see. Let's start from the beginning. I simply have a ring subdivided into radial and circular section. I could have more resolutions, and I have some kind of thickness using solidify. So the thickness, right, if I change the thickness, the whole scenes will change. So make it smaller. Yeah. So it will influence this donut shapes. I could have it as hexagon or 8-sided or 6-sided. Apparently, I believe 8-sided will give you something that's a little bit more convincing. And then I have bevel to have some kind of round corner. This add a kind of like quite nice detail somehow. And then I have recursive subdivision. This is script node light in Spreadshirt. We can randomize this to get different paneling and detailing. This one, recursive subdivision, if you use the other one that's more improved with random subdivisions to get more details, you will get much more interesting results. So this to represent like the neon or maybe like a computer panels around the area of this cyberpunk tunnel, or kind of like a outer space science fiction scene, right? And I use solidify just slightly. This solidify actually add a lot. It makes every part kind of overlapping. This is where if you have a better greeble setup, the result will be much better. This is just a quick one using solidify. So there's a lot of overlapping here happening. And then I'm using this setup, list shuffle and list slice. This one is actually randomly selecting polygon face and turning it on and off. What I mean by that, the part where we actually have polygon face will have this neon computer glow. So if you increase this value like 3000, so 3000 face will receive the neon glow. Not too much. I mean, you can have it maybe, but actually little value and then just animate it. It's already kind of looking nice. So like I said, I have two parts. One part is only for the glow, which is this part up here. And for the glow, I actually have a bit of simple shader here. Emission added into the original principle BSDF with noise texture being animated. So the glow change color over time like a noise. And the other one is simply just the panel that doesn't glow. And I randomize the position slightly so they're not exactly on top of each other. But it's a quick and easy way to get the result. I mean, it could be better. Here is just give it a small value. So we have, so they're not really on top of each other. Yeah, I think that's kind of neat trick. But I think this is probably the laziest cyberpunk scene. It could be made, could made so much better, and each panel, I mean, you can put more details. Sometimes, I mean, I think spread chalk is good to get you to this base maze, and when you start adding detail, it gets more complicated than this, of course. Maybe the nodes will multiply by 10 or by 100. But as long if you're actually thinking, like, I think if you think each part as a module, and then tricks that combine and mix each module together will give you much more detail, rather than if you are thinking to do everything at the beginning and then you're gonna get stuck somewhere. But if you start with a simple small module and then combine them together, you're gonna have something that's more details and complex. And it's actually not, it shouldn't be complicated. It should be simple, but you keep adding and layering details. So that's how, I think that's how it should work. So if you're stuck at the beginning and then you're already thinking something that's really complex, then you're not doing it right. It should be simple. Maybe some of the foundations in spread chalk, even me, I don't quite 100% grasp spread chalk, but I try to understand the basics so I can make more details, if you get what I mean. So this is the metallic panel. This one is something that if you want to do everything procedurally, it's gonna be, can be pretty hard, but it's possible to make every panels also shaded procedurally using shaders. Might need to ask Erindale for that. But yeah, anyway, this is my cyberpunk scene. Hopefully you find this useful. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.